Welcome back to my daily breakdown of the preliminary hearing of California versus Larry Millete in the heartbreaking case of Maya Millete. This hearing was in 2023 and the trial date is March 7th, 2026. It's coming up. This is a local case for me. New episodes are dropping almost every day, so make sure you have your notification bell set up so you don't miss out. To catch up on all of the episodes, to bookmark or share the entire playlist, or to get some context if you just happened upon this video, the playlist is in order and can be found at bit.ly/mm playlist. I will spell that out for you. It's lowercase bit.ly /M hyphen capital P lowercase LAYLIST. So with that, thank you for being here again and enjoy this episode.
As far as you know, what was the extent of the investigation?
I do not know.
Before Ms. Millete called you on January 6, 2021, did you gain any more knowledge or information regarding the alleged improper conduct?
No.
Did you ask Ms. Millete regarding the nature of why Mr. Millete was going to reopen the investigation?
No.
Was it your impression while talking to Ms. Millete on January 6, 2020, that Ms. Millete believes that she was going to have difficulties if Mr. Millete reopened the investigation?
Objection to state's testimony, January 6, 2021.
I'm sorry, 2020.
It's 2021 that the conversation.
Yes, January 6, 2021.
Ask your question.
Let me ask you.
Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question as if it's her idea. Yeah, get the dates right. Come on, keep up.
During the conversation that you had with Ms. Millete on January 6, 2021, did you get an impression that Ms. Millete was concerned that if Mr. Millete...
I don't know.
So when she was saying that Mr. Millete was going to reopen this investigation, you had no fear that it would affect her job?
Objection. Relevance.
Sustained.
He wasn't even her supervisor at that point.
When she gave you the information regarding Ms. Millete's intent to reopen this investigation, was it that you believe that it was going to affect you or SORNAT, since she was now working for NIWC?
Objection. Relevance.
Overruled. Yes, sir.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Where can I have it right now?
Yes.
Again, she's going on a fishing expedition. Maya just said that she felt like Larry was going to try and ruin her, and so the marriage was over, so she's filing for divorce. Now she's trying to get into the weeds. Well, let's see where this goes. It just seems inappropriate to me.
Question. When she gave you the information regarding Ms. Millete's intent to reopen this investigation, was it your belief that it was going to affect you in this format because she was now working for NIWC?
I wasn't concerned for myself or Swarmick.
At that time, the same time that she was talking to you, you do not know if there was any allegations of improper conduct at NIWC, right?
No.
Did you know? You didn't know.
At night?
Objection.
At night.
Foundation. Relevance. Hearsay.
Yeah. Plus he said no.
You're at 9.
Asked and answered.
You're at Swarmick. She's asking about 9.
Yes.
Sustained.
How long were you speaking to Ms. Millete on the phone on January 6, 2021?
Say anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, probably.
Wow.
Did you ask her any questions at the time?
recall.
Did it surprise you that Ms. Millete contacted you on January 6, 2021?
No.
Did you talk to her regularly after she left your office?
We sent a few emails back and forth regarding contracting related topics.
And so you kept in contact with her?
Yes.
And during the time that, from the time she left your office as foreman until the time that you spoke to her on January 6, 2021, how many times did you communicate with her?
I don't know the exact number.
Can you give me an estimate? Once a week or monthly?
Relevance.
Relevance, plus he already testified a couple of times. Come on.
So you don't have to answer.
What difference does it make? I honestly thought having a little break would make me more calm about her style of questioning, let's just say. But now I'm just starting off exactly where I left off. Okay.
Did you understand what Ms. Millete meant when she told you that Mr. Millete was going to ruin her profession? Or she would be ruined professionally?
I had a general idea.
Which would be what?
Objection relevance.
Right. And this is where she should have started instead of all this new investigation being opened up. She's just presuming that's what the conversation was, even though he didn't testify to that. They need to shut this down.
Overruled. You can
Just as I mentioned, when she was about to leave Swarmick, she was clearly embarrassed about the whole situation and the accusations that came up in February of 2020. Those accusations weren't like widely spread or anything. So I expect she was afraid that whatever that meant that would be, those accusations to be spread more widely and tarnish her reputation.
In 2020, during the time that you became aware of the allegations of improper conduct in your department, did you have a chance to speak to the person that was in fact suspected of having the improper conduct with Mr. Millete?
relevance. Beyond scope.
Right.
You were investigating the
So now the judge is stepping in with his own objection, saying this is not relevant. She's trying to dig up information about how the investigation was done when it was determined there was a false accusation. I mean,
allegations, or did some department was assigned to investigate the allegations of improper conduct?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
thank you.
Was NCIS involved in the investigation?
Objection asked and answered. Black Foundation.
Sustained.
Were you the only one investigating the allegations?
Objection misstates testimony.
Asked and answered.
Shut that down.
When Ms. Millete accepted a position at NIWC, was that a GS-13 position?
I don't recall.
So she's asking, just for clarification here, was that a GS-13 position? That refers to the pay scale that Maya would have been getting at the new position, being whether or not it was GS-13, because that's what she had previously been getting when she worked under his department.
What was Ms. Millete's description when she told you that Mr. Millete's plans of reopening the investigation? Did she describe Mr. Millete's behavior? Was he angry at her or threatened her?
She just said that he was upset when he found out that she had hired a divorce lawyer.
Mr. Millete was upset because she hired a divorce lawyer. Is that what she told you?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that you knew that Mr. Millete was in fact erroneous in assuming that Mr. Coogan was the alleged employee that was having a relationship with Ms. Millete?
Objection vague. Relevance?
Sustained, vague, relevance. Calls for speculation.
Well, you knew that Mr. Millete was mistaken about the person that was
Same.
alleged.
Same grounds.
Okay.
Objection sustained.
When Ms. Millete was speaking to you about her problems in February 2020, was it your understanding that Ms. Millete and Mr. Millete were separated?
My understanding was they were in the process of separating prior to February.
Do you recall that Ms. Millete told you that the allegations about the affair was not true?
Yes.
Do you recall a person that was accused of having the misconduct came to you and told you the truth?
Objection calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
Did you gain knowledge that the allegations of affair with a subordinate was actually true at some time during 2020?
Objection. Relevance. Hearsay.
Sustained. Both grounds.
As you sit here today, you have no knowledge that Ms. Millete was having an affair or not.
Same objection.
Sustained. Same grounds.
You made a statement to an officer of the Chula Vista Police Department that the allegations that were brought forward would, in fact, tarnish her career. Why did you say that?
I think anyone that would have an affair with a subordinate that's made public would tarnish their reputation.
Would that be grounds for termination of employment?
No.
When you were speaking to Ms. Millete on January 6, 2021, did you feel that she was stressed because of the possibility of reopening the investigation?
Asked and answered.
So again, we see the judge is also stepping in with objections, not just the prosecutor, which I find just fascinating. He's trying to shut it down. And when the objection comes from the judge himself, you would think that the person, the lawyer asking the questions would get a clue, but she carries on pretty much the same throughout. And when we start hearing the paper shuffling again, that she's getting pretty desperate, because now we've seen that with all the prior witnesses with the paper shuffling and the nervous shuffling of papers. Either she doesn't know what she's looking for or she's just buying time. But the fact that she has her papers right under the microphone is pretty annoying.
You testified earlier that Ms. Millete was an excellent employee, right?
Yes.
And she was well organized and she was good in planning.
He didn't testify that.
But did she have to travel related to her position at SWARMAC?
It's outside the scope.
Outside the scope. So again, this was not something he testified to under direct, so it's outside of the scope of direct. She has no business asking this question. She's still on a fishing expedition.
During 2020, did you allow civilian people or civilian personnel to come into the SWARMAC building without any permit?
Objection, relevance.
If Mr. Millete.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, counsel, what's the relevance of this question?
Well, there's some allegations that Mr. Millete was going to SWARMAC and knocking at the window, and our position is he's knocking so that Ms. Millete would let him into the building, not to harass or to bother Ms. Millete.
Did anyone testify to that?
I have not elicited that testimony at this hearing.
Did anyone testify to that? Prosecutor says, I have not elicited that testimony at this hearing, not just with this witness, but period. So again, hello, outside the scope. By the way, I'm sure his answer, if he were required to answer, would be that would be under the purview of the security, not him.
The relevance objections sustained.
Fine.
Your witness.
Your witness.
I know redirected.
Okay.
I think it was 60. Thank you very much. I mean, sir.
All right. So that concludes the testimony of Mr. Derek Sapp, boss of the year, in my opinion. So with that, we'll get on to our next episode tomorrow, and which will be the beginning, the very beginning, because this is later in the afternoon at this point on day 5 of J-Pie, who is also one of Maya's brothers. And he's got some interesting testimony you're going to want to tune into, including how Larry asked him, J-Pie, Maya's brother, if there was someone he knew who could get the guy Maya was having an affair with, get the guy. So he was eliciting Maya's brother to see if he could find, I don't know, a hitman, somebody to beat him up. I don't know, but get him sounds like doing it in. So this is the next testimony coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. So again, thank you for being here. That concludes Derek Sapp's testimony, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching today's breakdown of the Larry Maya Millete preliminary hearing here in San Diego. I always prefer to use Maya's name and not the defendant's. In any case, this is California versus Larry Millete in the heartbreaking case of Maya Millete, who is still missing. Remember, new episodes drop every day with my insights as a local to this case. Since I'm not monetized, YouTube really doesn't promote my videos a whole ton. So if you want to make sure you catch tomorrow's episode, please like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you know as soon as it's up, or you can play it later. And if you can, please share this with someone who might be interested in following this case, especially if they're local, but anywhere around the world, to be honest, because Maya is still missing and it would help get more eyes on her case. So again, thank you for joining me. The full playlist is at bit.ly/mm playlist. And again, it's lowercase bit.ly / capital MM hyphen capital P lowercase LAY LIST. Thanks again for being here. See you later.